Okay, so the first section that I want to talk about is that really cool bending section that's really, really easy to mess up. The simplest way that you can learn this is think about the notes you're targeting here. So if we were to fret the notes, it would be 12, 14, 12, 11 on the D string, and then 12 on the A, right? But we're instead of picking that, we're doing a little bend. So, and the way that most people mess this up is that they pick and they bend immediately. They do something like, but really, if you listen to the song, it's like the Crush 40 guitarist kind of like picks and then bends. So there's like this little kind of sharp bend that immediately to 14. So the way to practice that is to really like pick, bend, release. And then the last part of that is going to be a pull off from 12 to 11. And that's how you get a little pop sound that you hear in this in the solo. And you're doing 12 on the A. But when you do that pull off, so the 12 to 11 pull off, you want to pick upwards. And you want to keep that upward pick. So that's like an economy pick to the 12A. So it's like an immediate. So it's going to sound something like this. And then the next section, you don't have the luxury of fretting with your middle finger like you did earlier because it's kind of preoccupied keeping this note alive. So you're going to start with your ring finger and you want to do the same sequence except without your middle finger involved. So until you finally can reset back here. So together it's going to be. Now, if you watch footage of the Crush 40 guitarist doing this live, you'll notice that he doesn't do the first bend. He goes immediately to the second bend and kind of prolongs it, so it sounds like that. I don't know if that's like a case where he just wants to do it this way because it's a performance thing, or I also think it's possible during the recording that maybe a second guitar came in immediately and did the first bend here. Because it does kind of sound a little bit better here in my opinion, the 7th fret. It's possible because it is using like a guitar harmony in the next section immediately, so maybe it's like kind of a 2 guitar thing. And if you do actually like think about the section that leads up to it, it's like 14, 16, 14, 12. And then it goes to that bending section. It's very, very clunky to get this. Like, I tried a lot of ways to get it to sound really clean on that take, but that, like, whatever take I did, I think that was like the best one that went through, and it's still a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I heard a couple of differences between how the Crush 40 guitarists play this live versus the recording. So the most minor of them is after the slower run here. So I notate this as 15 bend to 17 with a vibrato. And I seen him play it with a hammer on 15 to 17 with his pinky. And if you actually hear my recording of it, it's a little botched. You can hear the release happen a little bit early, and it sounds a little bit sour. So I think this makes a lot more sense in a live setting. The other one is the final harmony. I've heard him play something along the lines of this, and kind of going by memory here. I think it's just, he doesn't have a second guitarist to work the harmony, and he's just playing whatever kind of makes sense for that. I tried my best to fit what he was playing live with what I heard on the record as a harmony, but it just kind of didn't really work out, so I ultimately just went with whatever I heard slowed down in Audacity and went with that.